Hitting record. Let's see here. I want to make sure all of my stuff that could possibly ding here in the background gets turned off. And then we are going to dive in. Let's see. Yes, there will be a recording. No worries. For those of you that are joining, so yes, this is considered a group reading, but I will absolutely be putting people into the psychic hot seat so I can really kind of tap into your business, see what's kind of coming forward. And there will definitely be things that everybody is going to benefit from people's hot seat psychic coaching experience. So, okay, looks like everything is pretty good here. I am just going to share my screen with you really quick because there are so many of you that are new that I'm just getting to meet. Here we go. I just want to do a quick introduction. All right, here we go. So welcome to, I haven't done one of these group readings online for quite some time, probably a couple years. So if you're new to me, welcome. I'm so excited to be able to connect into you, into your business. You are in the right place if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you've been stuck, struggling, with things like your sales, your marketing, your messaging, you're not sure where you should be putting out your content, you're not attracting the right clients or any clients at all. If there's something in that space that sounds really familiar for you, you're in the right place, you're in the right space. Get your questions ready, kind of start writing them down. I want to try to get to as many of them as I possibly can. One thing to know about me, Q&A is probably my absolute favorite. So jot down any questions that start to stir up here. If you are a coach, a consultant, a service-based business, if you are an energy healer, if you are an essential oils expert, or anything kind of in that holistic therapy style business, and again, you're not getting the clients, you're not getting the sales that you want, definitely going to be able to tap in and help you if you're a creative, a designer, any of those things. So super excited to also, address those topics. And then if you have something specific, if you have something specific to your business that you really want some support with, definitely we're going to tap in there and I'm going to help you. So just a little bit about me. So I am a life and business psychic medium. So previous to this, I've been in my business for almost 6 years now. Previous to that, I was in the financial services industry for about 15 years. Had an amazing run, loved what I did. But when my gift of psychic mediumship came on, and it came on strong, I found this really amazing way to blend the two. And for the last almost 6 years, have had an online, primarily online, I do some offline stuff, intuitive marketing and sales, coaching, and using that gift as a life and business psychic medium. So I feel super blessed. I've had a book solid business. I actually need to update the slide because I've had over 2,500 clients that I've served all around the world. And then there's just a nice fun picture of my family. I live in Minnesota, so it's quite chilly here today. It was like 5 below. So just so you know who I am, I want to get in here and take it off of share screen. Oops. I can't find can you guys still see my screen? Why can't I find my button? Oh no. There we go. Stop sharing. Not that you really want to see my desktop, but it's not a big deal. So here's what you can kind of expect with me for the next hour or so. If you're if you would like an opportunity to receive some psychic business insight, you have a couple different things. If you see on your Zoom setting, it should say like participants. Mine always looks a little bit different because I'm the host, but you should be able to hover, and there should be an option for you to raise your hand on there. So when you do that, that tells me you're open to receive. I can see some hands already raising, so that means I'm going to be able to put you in the hot seat, really tap into you. Even if, here's the thing that I want to invite you to, even if you don't get into the hot seat, even if you just want to listen, if you, again, are a service-based entrepreneur or business, you are going to be able to walk away with clarity, insight, something from even the other people that are going in the hot seat. I mean, the sessions that I do, it's really for not just the person that's receiving the reading, it's for everybody's highest good. So with that being said, let's go ahead, let's dive in. I'm just going to start kind of going through people that have raised their hands here. Some of you I know, some of you I don't. So let's see. Tracy, who has raised, is that Tracy Guy? Oh, there's two Tracys. Love me some Tracys today. All right, so let's do Tracy without the, is that Tracy Swanson? Hi. I'm gonna unmute you. Perfect. All right, Tracy, let's hear it. So the first thing, just kind of share with us what kind of business you have. Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on just a second. For some reason, I cannot click unmute for some reason on you. Can you click? There we go. I don't know why it wouldn't let me unmute you, but
okay.
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
Now we can.
Okay, so my business is supporting men, women, and non-binary, supporting through unresolved grief. And you know my journey, so we don't have to get there. Specifically, I've been struggling for the last few months because I have a pet that's been very ill and I'm not sleeping at night, so I'm not focusing like I should during the day. I've just begun offering a session for this month specifically for the next 4 weeks, 2 one-on-one sessions to begin offering. And I'm also looking at offering a package of 4, 8, or 12 weeks. So any guidance that would look good from you from there?
Yeah, so a couple things. So the first thing that I heard from you was you have not been at your normal level of productivity because you have an animal that's ill. So if you're not sleeping well at night, does that mean that you are awake at night? You're up later than normal?
I'm awake almost every night.
Okay, so I think that's the one thing that is pretty amazing and pretty glorious about having your own business is that you get to kind of determine your hours. So the first thing that I would say is really pay attention. When your energy is high, when the vibe is calling, when the passion is there, you are not a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 organization. That's not how your business is meant to be ran, especially when you are intuitive, when you're tapped in, when you're connected. You are meant to literally go with the flow of where the energy is calling you to. Okay, so I say it often, inspiration is not always convenient. It's just not. And we have to learn as intuitive entrepreneurs to, when it hits, you go with it. I mean, you've heard me probably say before, like there are many times where like I have one leg shaved and the other is not because I got a great idea in the shower and I had to hop out of the shower and go do it. Or I've stopped folding laundry to like go take action on an idea that I have. So the same thing goes with if your sleep cycle is kind of messed up and you're awake at night, who says that you can't create that content and schedule it to post when most of your people will actually see it? So that's the first thing that I feel. The other thing that I was really sensing and feeling, a couple things, is I also believe that part of why you're going through the emotional loss of this animal that is about to cross over is because you can also help people that are experiencing that and going through the loss of an animal as well. being able to not necessarily, I don't think you have to claim being an animal communicator, but helping people with there are many people that don't have children. Their animals are, they are their children. There's many people that, I'm extremely connected to my animal. So you can help with the loss and with that grieving on so many different levels. So it's the second thing that was coming through. The third thing, you are way overthinking your packages, how you're going to work with people, how long it should be, the price it should be. We need to get you some at-bats before we worry about we need to get some people kind of in that coaching opportunity with you before you're worried too much about all of those things. It feels like a distraction for you. And we need to get some list building going. I can tell there's just everything that you're doing feels like it's coming from a very organic place, which is fine. I'm not discounting that. But we need to call in some new people that really need that healing. It feels like you're just talking to literally the same 25 people over and over and over again.
That's exactly, you're on point 100% there, Amber. I have 0 on my list, and it is the same people over. I was just speaking with Dawn the other day about that exact same thing, was that it's just the same people over and over again, and I don't know how to shift that energy. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, some of it is that you're going to need to get in front of different audiences that you haven't been in front of. So whether that puts you as a guest speaker in other people's groups, doing outreach like that feels like it could be really good for you. Are you doing anything on on social media to get in front of new people?
I'm posting consistently, only 3 or 4 times a week, and a new blog every week. But at the same time, I'm not doing live. It terrifies me. I know I should, but it terrifies me. I have been on groups. I have been doing podcasts.
I would actually say just because it terrifies you is the absolute reason that you should do it.
Thanks, Amber.
Just saying it with lots of love for you. But the fact is that the things that scare us are the things that can help us stretch. Those are the things that are going to help us grow. And it's, whether it's trying some Facebook ads, you've got to LinkedIn, you've got to get some list building going. You are a part of one of my programs, the Spiritual Business Blueprints. Inside there's the list building for light workers.
I was actually looking at it just a few days ago. So
yeah, go through it. There's some really good, robust information in there to grow that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. I am getting dark here, so I'm going to turn a light on. There we go. All right, now we'll go to Tracy number 2. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Tracy, is it Giles or Giles?
It's Giles.
Hi, Tracy. How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm good.
Have we ever connected before? I don't think so.
No, never. This is my first time.
Okay. And so I just want to model for everybody here really quick. So did you see a Facebook ad that said, come and join me in this live group reading?
Yeah.
How many people, just show of hands really quick, had that experience here? A couple, 2, 3, there's more. So what I want you guys to hear from this is that I had almost 200 people sign up through that Facebook ad. That are new, almost brand new people, right? So there's 22 people that are live here. So about 10% coming live is fantastic. So that is the power of a Facebook ad. I now have the opportunity to connect with 200 new women that are spiritual entrepreneurs, that are open to psychic mediumship, that are looking to grow that service, heart, and soul-based business. That is the power of a Facebook ad. That is the power of what an online business can do for you. So I just want to show, I just want you guys to hear that. There's definitely benefits behind doing them. So with that being said, tell me a little bit about your business.
Okay, so I do work for a social retail health and wellness business, and everything that I do is on social media.
Okay.
So, I mean, I post multiple times a day. I connect through groups. I make lists. I am constantly adding new people into my circle. Um, I have a team that I run, and I work with uplines, things like that. I right now, even though I'm adding tons of people, I just feel like, again, I'm speaking with the same, customer base over and over again.
Mhm.
I'm having a hard time, you know, introducing the business to people, bringing them on, and helping them with their success as well. And I've been doing it for a couple of years. But I feel like I've hit a roadblock and I don't know how to get through it. I do lives. I do, I post, I do all of the social media type things. So I just don't know how to get through the roadblock that I feel like I'm faced with.
Perfect. Well, I mean, not like perfect in that way, but perfect meaning I got it. I got you.
Yeah.
So is this a network marketing style business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anybody else too that has a network marketing style business, the first thing that I want you to get really clear on is, are you doing this because you want to sell product and because you're passionate about the product? Or are you doing this because you really want to excel, you want to grow the team, you want to continue to climb that ladder? And it can be a little bit of both, but they have very different strategies. If the focus is to truly grow the team so that they are then inviting more people into their businesses, which then grows your business, your number one focus needs to be on building them up and on the actual personal development and personal coaching of your team, which feels like is missing a little bit. Does that match for you?
Yeah.
So the words that I'm hearing for you are, number one, you have to trust yourself to be a motivator, an inspirer, a driver, a mover. You hold yourself back from really getting into the nitty gritty, the deeper parts of your team. Does that match you, what they have like going on in their personal lives? You don't want to offend them. You don't want to step on anybody's toes. And so I feel like you're kind, but you're not going to the level that they need you to go at so that you can bring them up and help them rise.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So how often are you hosting, like you're seeing here, a live Zoom call with your team to help them grow their business?
We actually just started doing them last Tuesday. So this Tuesday was our second one.
And
I just
how did
started
that
doing
feel?
Good. Yeah. They seem to be pretty, they seem to be responding well to it. And it seemed like it felt good. It felt good to be able to connect with them. Before, I would just send them messages constantly. And sometimes I get a response, sometimes they would ignore me, and that's fine. Everybody's busy. It's just everybody's got different needs and wants, and I didn't want to.
So I'm glad you bring that up, because what I'm also hearing for you is that because you have so many different people that like to receive information in different ways, I would really encourage you, if you haven't already, to get like a team newsletter established where you can give them some written content for those people that love to read. You can do some type of audio content, maybe like an inspirational or motivational, like just voice, that like an audio, almost like a podcast style that they could listen to. And you can do like this live group experience where it's recorded, it's video, and you can send that inside that newsletter as well so that they can see you, because we all like to interact with content in different ways. Sometimes I like to read, sometimes I like to watch, and sometimes I just like to listen. So give your team the content in that way. And I would really love for you to kind of pick some different topics that you can really speak to, so they know it's not just like a generalized call. Today, we're going to talk about putting energetic boundaries into your business. Today, we're going to talk about how to run an online how to run an online party. Today, we're going to talk about how to make the most of in-person networking. Whatever it is, make sure you're highlighting it and showcasing it so that they understand what they're going to get from that. Does that feel good?
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, let's see. Carla. I'm going to unmute you just real quick, Carla. And then I just want to remind anybody, if you do want to come into the hot seat, but you don't want to be on video, that's totally fine. You don't have to be on video. And then I'm going to check chat here. I see a couple of things. So Diane says she can't find the Zoom button, but she's raising her hand. Got it. And then Renee, if you click on participants, you'll get the option to raise your hand. Thank you. I wasn't sure what that was. And then can I do my questions via chat? I'm in a public crowded space and I don't feel comfy talking out loud. Oh, absolutely, Eliza. Pop it in the chat. No worries at all. All right, Carla, where'd you go, girl?
I'm right here.
Okay. You must not have your video on. I can hear you. I can hear you though. So we're all good. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So share with me a little bit about you and about your business and where you're feeling, we'll see where you're feeling stuck, what I can tap into for you.
We just had our pre-launch. My business is a online school, and
Okay.
we have we call them mentors from all different types of modalities, and we just kind of did a pre-launch to our mentors on Tuesday. So we're not it's just a baby thing right now. I mean, but it's going to go live on Sunday for the whole universe to see. So, I mean, I haven't been having any problems necessarily. There's myself and 2 other partners. We have very interesting styles, but so far so good. And I'm listening to everything you're saying to the last 2 people, and we've been doing all that, and we've been so far so good. Very successful as far as with not even having the site that's our school up anyway.
Yeah. What kind of school is it?
It's called the Ascension School of Spirituality. So it has all different kinds of modalities of astrologers, numerologists, that sort of
Okay.
coaches, Reiki masters, yoga.
So I think, the one thing that I'm seeing for you is, so everything is saying yes. I am really drawn to, for lack of better words, I'm going to say like a digital style magazine, some type of digital content like that people can read, that is going to, kind of call them in so that you can grow your list. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because it feels like, even though you're doing some things, it feels like with where this school is wanting to go, because it feels like the energy behind the school is sometimes even bigger than the 3 of you. It just keeps growing and building, and more people want to be a part of it. The expansion is just amazing.
Yes.
I want some type of online digital resource for people that are hungry, that are curious, that are open, that are just captivated, but aren't ready to probably step in and sign up for the school yet. It feels, and the reason I use the word magazine is it feels different than a blog post, and it feels different than a newsletter. But it feels like that's what I got to go with. I would say digital magazine of some type.
So like an ad or a ad or something like that in a digital magazine. Is that what you're thinking of? Or we should become a digital magazine?
Yeah, there should be a digital magazine type component of your business that people can read, can pay for advertising, can sponsor, those kinds of things. There's something calling about that.
Yeah, we have that. We just don't have, we have, yeah, we have that. We just haven't, like, we're just trying to, like I said, it's a baby. So we have the mentors, we have our marketplace. That's kind of what we're using as resource. So like I think that's what you're talking about.
I would
And
double down there.
okay.
I would absolutely double down there. There's something around the energy with that. It's very captivating. I would even see if there's a way that you could have people pay to be advertisers inside of it.
Yep.
Are there sponsorship dollars available that you could be calling in there? I love it, Carla. The energy is saying yes, yes, yes. But I know we just, but you gotta trust me that there's something about doubling down on
the resource page.
Ascension magazine or something like that. Like there's something really calling, and like, I know you, and I want to encourage you to, yes, this is in infancy stages, but it is going to grow up very quick. Your baby's going to grow up very quick. So
yeah, intuitively, I know that too.
yeah. So
yeah, it's been easy. It's been fun. We've been totally in alignment the whole time. It is.
Yeah. Digital magazines, not my zone of genius by any means, but it's coming up for a reason.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Let me see if I can, hold on, let me unmute you.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, perfect. So I'm in Minnesota too, so I'm freezing just like you are.
Oh, good. Good. I do have the nice fireplace going over here, but it's cold. We're cold here.
So I am in a time of transition right now. For the last 6 years, I have owned an event planning business that spiraled into also owning a floral design business. So I own those two right now. I've struggled with my own personal health for the last few years, and part of that has pushed me into studying integrative women's health coaching. And so I just finished a piece of the puzzle for that. And so I am starting to try to work with people to coach them while I still pursue my international certification. And what I'm struggling with right now is because I've just honestly said no to several event planning jobs over the last few months because I felt they would be roadblocks time-wise, not allowing me to put all of my energy into this new thing that I'm pursuing. So I'm struggling a little financially, and I'm just wondering where I should put my energy, if I should continue putting all of it into this health coaching that I'm pursuing, or if I need to take some of that time and get like a job to make up money in the meantime.
What would an event planning experience, like what would you ballpark charge for something like that?
Several thousand.
Okay, so like maybe 2,500.
That's
okay.
Yeah,
So,
between there and 5,000.
Yeah. I have all kinds of things popping for you actually. So the first thing is, I absolutely think you were correct in turning the event planning down because it would have pulled you away from what you truly want to be doing. It doesn't feel like it's in alignment for you anymore. You really don't want to do it. So that would be the first thing. But what if you could host your own event, like a one-day event, a one-day workshop, all around some of those areas of focus that you really want to coach women on? So you already have the background, you already probably know great locations, you could probably do it at a lower cost for yourself. And then at the end of the day, make invitations for women to step into like either a group coaching opportunity with you, where it would be like 5 women at maybe $500 a piece, which would be $2,500, or maybe a few different women that step into like a 3-month coaching opportunity with you that would be at like, $3,000 or something like that. I love that you already have the event planning background. People are craving, especially here in Minnesota, they're craving that in-person experience. They need to get out of their houses here. So I like that aspect for you.
Okay.
And I believe that you could replicate that as an online experience and then make the invitation at the end to step into a way to work with you privately or in a group capacity. This is not something that needs to take a long time to plan out. Even though you're an event planner and in your mind, I hear you're also very detail oriented, you're very analytical, you want things to go a very certain way, you have high expectations, some perfectionism, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of perfectionism tendencies?
A little bit, yeah.
I want you to relax around those and like just schedule it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Because it's the impact that you're meant to make there. It's the energy. There's so much more than worrying about some of those small details like you normally would for your events and stuff. So the other thing that I'm really hearing for you is that this is right now more than anything, you need to be trusting your intuition. I feel like over the last couple of years with the health issues that you've gone through, with the coaching that you've started going through, your intuition is at an all-time high, but your doubt is almost at like an all-time low. Does that match?
Yes.
Which is a really tough place of contrast. I love the idea of you actually being, and I feel the type of coaching you're meant to doing is more of that intuitive health and wellness. And I would even go as far as to say intuitive mind, body, spirit coaching versus health coaching. That feels like really heavy for you. I love intuitive mind, body, spirit coaching.
Okay.
Does that scare you a little bit?
Well, no, it's just part of what I want to also do with it is very educational based. And I have a specific group of people I want to work with who have endometriosis. Mm-hmm. And so, part of that is that I also want to be educating younger girls in schools locally. And so, I just kind of feel like I need to be screaming the information that I've researched and learned from the rooftops because there's so much misinformation that I'm constantly seeing. I just don't know how that.
I totally agree. And yet I feel like you also know, don't just go with what you've learned from the books, go with what you like feel and sense and know on that soul level. I feel like that is just as credible. Don't just chalk everything up to like the actual things that you have learned. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yes.
So step number 1, we need to get you some coaching clients. So host some type of online experience where people can come and interact with you and learn from you. Step number 2 would be planning that in-person experience. So that I agree, like that sounds like that's something that's already calling to you, some of that in-person teaching and training. Mm-hmm. And step number 3 is really starting to fine-tune, hone in. If you're not meditating on a daily basis, starting to really trust all the things that you are sensing, feeling, and knowing, because it's just going to keep getting stronger and stronger for you.
Okay. So basically it sounds like the answer is keep putting my energy into what I'm doing already.
Yeah.
Not distract myself with all of the worry and doubt.
You are 100% on the right path.
Okay.
Now we need you taking the right steps.
Okay.
Does that feel good?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I have several things going on, and I probably didn't mention these others before, but I'd had an injury a couple years ago, so I'm just started with a paralegal. And so the last couple years have really been a struggle.
Sure.
And so there's the injury, the health, and trying to get this solved, and the financial because of all that. But I haven't done that much on social media. I have,
What kind of business do you have?
pardon, I have healing modalities, and I have multi-level marketing product,
What kind of company is it?
doTERRA.
Oh, I love doTERRA.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm obsessed with I'm absolutely obsessed with all essential oils. I love my Young Living
Yeah.
people. I love doTERRA. I absolutely believe in, I use them multiple times throughout the day. So,
Yeah.
so when you're looking at your healing business and when you're looking at doTERRA, first of all, they complement each other very well. They rendezvous together. They play together very well.
Yes.
It feels to me like your energy is split between way too many things. And so
Yes.
instead of being able to give your attention and your focus and your drive and your energy and your inspiration to one thing and to make that thrive and rise, it's going to like 10 different things. And so each thing can only really raise about 10%. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I would love for you, especially while you're still healing, while you're healing your physical body, your financial body, your mental body, your emotional body. There's a lot going on for you right now. I would love for you to pick one of the businesses, whether it is the doTERRA side of things or whether it is the actual healing modality side of things to give your attention to.
Hmm.
Pick one or the other. I'm not saying forever, I'm just saying for right now, so
Right
that
now,
you
yeah.
can really grow it. You can really nurture it. That is going to help tremendously.
Hmm.
To not have your energy so spread out all over the place. I'm feeling more drawn towards the doTERRA side of things. Does that match for you?
It does. There's new training, so
That's good.
I've started in that, but there's times when all this other stuff comes up that I can't. I
Yeah.
had done a lot of classes and different things, but it just seems recently again I can't focus on it as much.
Yeah.
Too
And
many things.
again, with, like I was telling our friend earlier, Trace, was it Tracy? I think maybe one of the Tracys, Tracy Giles, maybe I think it was. With growing a network marketing company, there are two very different ways to do it. It's through you really loving the product and just selling product and selling a lot of the product, or it's through growing your team. It's through bringing on new team members to grow their team. And that comes from giving them ongoing, consistent nurturing and coaching and connecting. So that for me, for you, if you're looking to make money with doTERRA, that's going to be the way to do it. It's going to be through team building.
It would be, but I guess in the last year, a couple of teams have basically not moved ahead at all. So I have one team that is, and I'm sort of like having to restart.
Yep. And that, I mean, that is consistency is, and persistency. Those two things are what it takes to grow that type of business.
Mm-hmm.
Dedication and drive. And if that's just something that you feel you just don't have to give right now,
Mm-hmm.
give it to what feels, maybe it's just, instead of feeling guilty about not spending the time on your businesses, maybe it's just having your businesses taking a break from them for a little bit.
Yeah, I actually feel more comfortable just doing the healing part right now. I try to keep the other going a bit, but
what kind of healings do you do?
I do body talk, Reiki, quantum
And do
touch.
people come to you, or how do they do your service?
Yeah, but I had to change places, and I'm just nicely starting to get that going again.
Yeah, if you're just starting to get it going again, just give yourself some grace and space with that. Give yourself, like calling in just maybe one or two, just a couple clients as you can take them, because again, I can still feel like there's a lot of healing that you need to do. And before you're working on other people, you want to make sure your energy and your vibration is as big and bold and beautiful as possible. Otherwise, it's not going to work anyway. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had some in, and I'm working on that. The store I'm at is actually very helpful
Oh, good.
with promoting. So,
Yes, just take the time to focus on you, your healing, and growing your gifts as an energy healer.
mhm.
Okay?
Yeah, because with the other doTERRA, like I'm not as comfortable with getting all the social media stuff done.
Then I would let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I would just let it go. Just use the product because it's a great product. Use the product. But if your team's already kind of dwindling and you just don't have the energy to do it, that's what those types of businesses take. They really do. Okay?
I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help.
See some stuff in the chat here. I'm going to do Eliza. So, because I know she said she is in a place where she can't really talk.
Amber,
Yes.
before you get going too much, can I make one comment for Shirley?
Sure.
Just Shirley, because the energy work that you're doing, I used to do quantum touch. I do quantum touch too. So as you're doing that energy work for people, the quantum touch and the Reiki, you're also going to be doing it on yourself. So that'll be really good because the energy is flowing through you to them. So it's going to be helping you too. So that'll be good. That's all.
Okay, let's see. So I'm not sure if it's Elisa or Eliza, but here's what I'd love some guidance on. I've been very unfocused and inconsistent with my marketing, hence with my results for years now. I've also gone through a lot of changes. I mix coaching and intuitive and healing work that I'm still refining together with the what I help you with. I'd like to know on what would be better to focus on, both as a message and a marketing level. Great question. I've been tapping into so many different things. So I think so there's a couple different things here I want to touch on, which I'm sure nobody else could possibly understand, being inconsistent with their marketing or unfocused with their marketing, right? Nobody else does that here. There's a couple things. So don't feel bad about the changes that you're making. And I have really been, and when I say changes, like the things that you start to be called to, the different modalities you want to try, there's this persona that the shiny object syndrome is bad in this industry. And I really want to change that because the universe knows what it's doing when it has you being called to something. It really, really does. So the fact that you're saying, you've been making lots of changes, that's great. I want you to stop using the word change, and I want you to use the word evolve. I've been evolving. I've been improving. You can feel the difference behind those words. Change can sometimes feel difficult. We can feel resistant. It can have a negative tone to it. So really work on using the word improving or evolving. So that's number one. Number two is whenever I am not getting the results that I want, I start with one thing and one thing only. How am I most feeling called to serve right now? How can I serve, universe, at my highest level? How am I going to serve? How would you have me serve today? And when I can get clarity for myself and for my clients on that one thing, the way that I want to be showing up in my business, it will lead me, it's almost like starting at the very end, right? It will start to then progress all the way backwards to the way that I need to be putting my marketing and my messaging into the world that will attract the people to buy that service from me. Because I'm going to tell you, Eliza, and every single one of you that are in here, you should be paid very well for bringing your gifts to this world. And if you are not, it is a mindset issue, it is a marketing issue, it is a sales issue, but it is all an internal issue. It starts on the inside. So I really love this question, Eliza, a lot because of the different layers of it. If you are a gifted healer like that, and if you are bringing intuitive healing and coaching to the world, you should be booked freaking solid right now. You should be booked solid. And the way that you're going to book yourself solid, one way and one way only, is by telling people the message that they need to hear, that tells you are here. You know why you're here, Eliza? Because I had a message for you that you connected with. The fact that you are here is proof that when you put your message and you put your marketing out into the world for good and from a place of love and light and truly wanting to serve, people are going to respond. And not only they're going to respond, and you're going to get the results that you're looking for. So your message is actually not your message, though. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's her message. It's the woman that you serve. It's what she is stuck with, what she is struggling with. It's where she's scared. It's where she's fearing. It's where she is not progressing forward. You need to be speaking to her about what she's experiencing on her level with her. That's what message needs to be shared. Her pain is really your purpose. The emotional mess that she's in, that's your message. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. I love that you said you like the reframe on that. Yes, different word, evolving, improving, much better energy. Let's see, I can see the end vision barriers and indecisiveness sets in. Well, as soon as, I'm not sure who wrote that, if that is Eliza too or what, but with indecisiveness, the universe can't pivot for you until you make a pivotal decision. It can't move, it can't align, it can't do anything for you until you decide what you want and have that decision be a non-negotiable for you. Own it, claim it, whatever it is you dream of, whatever it is you desire, own it and claim it, ladies. Don't justify it. Don't justify it to yourself, and you definitely don't have to justify it to others. But declare it to the universe. Let the universe know. Make the decision. Make the energetic decision. And as soon as you do that, I promise you, within moments, if you don't receive something within moments validating that, then it wasn't right for you, because the universe will respond as soon as you make the decision, even if it's the energetic decision. So yes, so mindset and who you're meant to serve. I'm with you, girl. I feel it. You're not alone. That's why, that is exactly why I hosted this call, was to give that inspiration, to give some ideation, to give some inspired actions to take. Totally. So, all right, let me see here. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I'm just looking at some of these messages here. All right, let's see Renee. Hi, Renee. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm in my zone. I'm getting in my zone.
Ah, here you go. Well, let's keep going then. I am an animal communicator. I've been my whole life. Last year I walked out of the cupboard, so to speak. I've been working. Clients find me. I'm not quite sure how they find me, but they do. I want more clients, more help people to help. I want to serve. That's what I want to do. And I want to serve in the best way possible.
Can you do both online and in-person clients?
Yeah, I can. I can make that work. I haven't had any in-person clients, but yeah.
You haven't had any in-person clients? Oh, how interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really drawn to that side of the business for you. Where do you live?
Calgary. I'm cold too. I'm in Canada.
You're cold too. Okay, so I feel like there's something really powerful about your energy. I love it. I feel like people love you in person. I feel like you're very just you have a big, beautiful energy around you, okay?
Thank you.
And I feel like when people meet you and when they're like engaged with you and they interact with you in person, they get it probably almost instantly, right?
Probably, yeah. People love hanging around me. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So have you done anything, so what kind of animal, do you have like a specific area that you work with the animals, a specific type of work that you do?
Well, somehow I end up with a lot of horses, but also dogs, or any animal basically. But somehow horses are the main focus at the moment.
Okay. And is it that the animal owner wants a message from the animal, or is it that there's something wrong with the animal, the owner isn't sure? Give me just a little bit more information there.
I actually use it as coaching sessions, so to improve the owner's life and animals having messages for the owners. So it's the other way around.
Oh my gosh, that is so brilliant. I love it. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple different things here. So number one, I would love for you to try something like what I'm hosting here, where you can actually say, you know, before you come to this live experience, online experience with me, I need you to, and maybe you don't actually need it, but it kind of gets them a little bit more vested. You could say something like, send me a picture of your animal. And if you want, you know, to receive this message during this live call, you have to send me the picture, and I'm only going to give messages to those people that do this activity. It gets them a little bit more invested if they have something like that in the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would love for you to try that. But the other thing that I'm really drawn to for you is going out to some local veterinary clinics, animal hospitals, things like that. And don't hesitate to tell them what you do.
Yeah, I've been hesitating. It's really, yeah.
What?
I have been hesitating to do that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, do it.
Okay.
I know you don't know me, but I just need you to trust me.
Okay.
Don't care about if they think that you're woo-woo or if they think you're crazy. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
I don't actually think that's going to be your experience. I think what is going to be your experience is they're going to say, holy shit, we have a whole roster full of people that we would like, to send your way. I feel like there's some connection there. So yeah.
Cool. I get goosebumps all over, so I think we're connected here. Yeah.
If you're in my circle, we call those truth bumps, because
Okay.
that is exactly what happens.
I have to giggle because I've been getting the message to get out, and I've ended up in a job teaching Pilates, which is okay, but it hasn't given me any joy. And I've been wondering, you know, I'm like, but I'm going out, so I'm clearly been going out into the wrong thing.
Yeah, I would try those two things. I would try putting together, I wouldn't say a flyer, like that doesn't really turn me on and light me up. Maybe even an email that you could email to some vet clinics about what you do. Try that to see if you can, and the purpose is to really get a lunch, to get a coffee with the owner, with the decision maker of the place. The next thing would be trying an online experience like this where people can come. And as you said, I didn't charge for this experience, because here's what I know. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. And people are going to naturally want either they are going to want me one-on-one with them in their business. They're going to want to step into, one of my programs, like, they're just going to want to work with me on a deeper level. So don't be afraid ever. And this is for you and for anybody here. Don't be afraid to do things open, and because this feels so good to me. I mean, it feels good to serve in this way and connect with as many women as I can this way. And in return, the universe, like, I guarantee you, like the follow-up email, people will want to book private sessions with me. They'll want to know how to work with me. And that's fantastic too. And if nobody does, that's okay too. But if it calls to you, gosh, ladies, just follow it and do it. Don't overthink it. Don't overplan it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't overdoubt yourself.
It's
Got
so
it?
cool. So it makes sense. So today I got a client canceled, and so I had an hour extra, and that's how I ended up in your webinar. And it's just so fun to get this message. It makes so much sense. So
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
so good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got to come. Bummer about your client, but glad you're here.
I don't care. I'm here to serve, so whatever comes, comes.
Awesome.
Oh, there's someone who has a paper up. I don't know.
Oh, look at her. What does she have up? I want to see. What does it say?
Can you see?
I can't. Hold on. Let me take it off the speaker view. What does she say? She says, it says something waiting. Screen says waiting. Not able to communicate. Screen says waiting. Is that right? Is that you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I can hear you fine. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I love that you like held up a sign. That's awesome.
Pay attention to the signs.
Yes. Yes. Well, that's absolute. I tell people all the time to look for signs, but like not actual signs. So that's amazing. So you're up, girl. You're in the hot seat. Let's hear it. How can I help you?
So you can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I did reply to your email. When I registered, you had asked what my challenge was. So I'm a crystal healer.
Ooh.
I design my own jewelry. I do crystal readings, and I do energy healing. So I operate from my home, but it's only a part-time thing because I still have my day job that I have to continue with for now. So I have a lot of clients coming here. I do the odd show. Right now, I've been asked to co-author a book on health and wellness. So I'm very excited about that. But I'd like to reach more people in a larger sense, like do an online coaching thing. And I'm just wondering if that's the way I should be going, or if what I'm doing now is just what I'm meant to be doing.
Well, so here's the thing. So with the crystals, there's a couple different things. Number one, I have just like I have kind of like a really cool download coming in for you. Okay, so what I'm seeing is crystal coaching. Have you ever called it crystal coaching before?
Well, not crystal coaching, but I do parties.
Okay, so what I'm seeing, this is crystal coaching. So this would be where somebody would hire you. And let's say, so you like to primarily work with women, you like to work with women who really, I think your zone is women that are really lacking confidence, are really coming from a place of emotional hurt or trauma. Does that match for you?
It does.
Okay, so each of us has a different energy field. And each of us are going to respond to the vibration of crystals very differently. So the way that I respond to rose quartz is going to be different than the way other people do. But I feel like you have the gift to be able to tell which crystals are best for which people, and how each of these crystals actually aligns with like a certain aspect of their healing. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would like for you to do is put together, it feels like probably a 3-month package is going to be best to really start to get her the transformation that she wants. And at the beginning of it, you do an intuitive crystal coaching session where you uncover what crystals she needs the most. And then you build the sessions based off of each of those crystals when she needs them. And you actually mail her a package that includes the crystals when she needs them based on the session you're going to do with her. That's pretty freaking cool.
Wow. That is very cool. Because I do readings, right? Based on the
Yep.
energy they're connecting with tells me where they are right now in their life and what
Yep.
they're needing. Next steps. And So kind of like that, but you're talking online, making a
Yeah.
package.
Yeah. You don't
Okay.
have to see the people in person. You can mail them you can mail them crystals. And then it's going to sustain that's what's going to give you that sustainable income so that you can leave. You should not be at your job anymore. It's time. You know that it is time to be done there. You've been there long enough. You need to be in your like passion-based business full time. Right?
I have so many things going on with it. That's the thing too. Like you were talking, like everything you've said to everybody else
I
has
told you.
totally felt like it's resonated with me big time, because yeah, so many ideas, and I'm like that. I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I have to jump out of the shower sometimes to write something down. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and I'm at work, and I work at a school, so we're not supposed to be on our phones, and I'm on my phone because something comes. I gotta, yeah.
Yes.
It's hard. I don't work well with the schedule.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, you have to find your energy pattern. You have to find it. You have to know when you should be doing marketing. You have to know when you should be doing systems and strategies. You have to find when you should be doing sales and making offers and putting out invitations. And you have to know when you should be, you know, really just you should always be nurturing your clients, but really just nurturing yourself and like really just going deeper with your clients and with your trainings and that kind of thing. And you guys will all get an email after this with, I'm going to model that for you. Like, you shouldn't be scared to invite people to work with you when you know you can help them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm going to model that for you by inviting everybody into a program after this group reading. You got to experience that here. So don't be afraid to do things like this, ladies, where it is live, it's open, you're putting your heart and your soul out there. And this is a great experiment, right? This is a marketing experiment for me. And you have to think of your marketing that way. You have to think of putting yourself out there. I'm going to learn a lot from doing this. I had almost 200 women register. I had, throughout the time that we've been here, I've had 37 people on and off. That's amazing. That's really magical. I have no idea what's going to happen after that. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that because this feels good. So don't be afraid to do things in your marketing just for the sake of, like, because it feels good and it feels fun to do it.
Yep.
If it doesn't end up in any sales today, I am totally cool with that too. Because at some point, somebody from here is going to go on, they're going to take some of the inspired action that I got to share with them today. They're going to go make an impact. They're going to change the vibration. And that's what we're all here. We're all here to like raise the light a little bit at a time. And when we all come together, a lot at a time. So don't hold back in your marketing. That is the way that people are going to find you, connect with you, learn from you, and eventually want to work privately with you in one of your paid opportunities. So I am firmly, happily saying less is not more when it comes to marketing, especially with having an online business. More is always better with marketing in my experience and in my opinion. So don't hold yourself back.
Thank you.
Love it. All right, I can probably do, I got a couple more minutes here. Let's see. I'm gonna look at chat real quick. All right, everybody's good there in chat. Let's see, home private chat. Yes, Angel. Hi, Angel.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Let's hear it. What's going on?
I am a writer and spiritual practitioner. So I'm trying to figure out how to merge both of those. When it comes to writing, I do a lot of developmental editing, helping people.
Oh, your audio stopped there. I lost you. I can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you at all. It just like cut out all of a sudden. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. Can anybody?
Okay. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard?
The last thing I heard was you are a writer and you do some
Spiritual practitioner. I help.
spiritual practitioner. You're trying to find a way to blend the two together. And you
Yes.
started to tell me about the kind of writing that you do.
Yes, I am a developmental editor,
Okay.
which I basically help people get their personal stories, memoir, into book form.
Okay.
My area. But with that, I also do readings and healing just by just talking to people.
Gosh, it keeps cutting out. Like we keep losing you. Your audio it's so weird. Yeah, it's just like you'll be talking and like the audio just stops. But I think I got the gist of it. Can you hear me okay, Angel?
Okay, I can hear you again.
Now I can hear you again.
Okay.
I don't know why. Well, it looks like there might be a break in internet connection every few seconds. So I think that might be some of it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's kind of what I'm sensing and feeling here. Do you ever help? I need to use just like some of the, so some of what I'm seeing is like you helping women write their spiritual, first of all, you help them uncover their soul purpose to write their spiritual memoir. So it's almost like you help them awaken, step into their gifts, own their purpose, own that. And with that, then go on to write about it in a couple different forms. I feel like you could help them write about it in a way that they could attract clients, and B, write about it in an actual traditional writing perspective of their, like documenting their journey, writing about their journey, sharing that, and then almost like merging it all together so that they have like an ebook, or they go on to like print a book, something along those lines. I feel like there's a way you can do all of it, but don't feel like you only have to have this one way that you work with your people. Be okay that you have a couple different areas that you can serve them to, but having that, I would say, a mastermind experience where over the course of 6 months, you're going to take a group of ladies through, helping them awaken their soul purpose, write the framework or the outline of their book, and start to like get that piece and component. And then all along the way, you're able to tap in and give them those spiritual mentorings, helping them with all of the different resistances that come up when we start to write our book. Writing a book is the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Yes.
You need a spiritual and mindset mentor every single step of the way. I love a mastermind format for you.
Okay.
And your little girl's like so stinking cute.
Thank you.
Hi, cutie. That's what I like. Does that feel good? Okay. All right, let's see. I will do one more here. I'm going to just close my eyes and stop. Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
I am so good. How are you?
Oh, this call has been full of information, so very good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I have a day job where I've been in HR executive management for 25 years, so I've done a lot of coaching and things in that. I also have my own sound healing business that I've been doing for about 18 years.
Okay.
So I thought I'm going to go ahead and finalize a coaching program. I've been certified in the Jack Canfield Success Principles for the last year. So what I've come to is what I call myself as a success coach. And I want to help people who are going through life or job transitions, starting their spiritual path, or wanting to move forward with some goals to help them discover their authentic self and create the life they love or the life they desire. So it's interesting, in the last 6 months, my healing business has slowed down. Everything has slowed down, and it's trying to get around to really clarifying that message, but also increasing engagement and expanding my reach.
Yeah, I think it feels like your packages, your programs, you're pretty clear on those and the results that you can help people get. What it feels like is missing is communicating and the marketing behind why they need to connect with you and learn from you and choose you. It definitely feels like the marketing is either there's a lack of it, there's an inconsistency of it. It's not, it's just a mismatch is the word that's coming to me. Does that match for you?
I've been starting to do more marketing, but and I'm getting small engagements, but just not enough.
Yeah. Do you have an email list?
Yes. But again, it's the same people over and over. It's expanding that.
So are you doing anything to grow your email list? Do you have like any, like called opt-ins, any opt-ins where you can like have people be opting in to get like a free video series from you or a free ebook or, something along those lines that, you're giving them some free content in exchange for their email address?
No, I have not done that.
Yeah. It feels like to take the coaching side of your business to the level that you want to take it to, you're going to need to get some different marketing pieces in place. I would say list building, growing your social media audience, whether that be your Facebook business page or an Instagram page or a private Facebook group, something along those lines. But you're going to continue to, and that's why I think there's like some of that frustration is you continue to get the same results, but it's because you continue to do the same thing over and over. You're getting the same marketing result because you're doing the same marketing activity. So it's time to take it to a different level, and do some of that, either paid advertising or something along like Facebook ads. Huge fan of Facebook ads, something along those lines.
It feels like this is the path I'm supposed to be taking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like I said to somebody earlier, I loved it. I said, you are absolutely on the right path. Now we need you taking the right steps.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I see I just have like one other person with their hand up. So Tabitha. Hi. Are you like doing dishes, hanging out with me? Is that what's happening right now?
My dog's doing dishes.
That's awesome. Well, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining.
Yes, this has been very interesting.
Well, tell me a little bit about your business.
So I am the PZ lady. I work with a direct sales company and we specialize in fragrance and decor.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm an independent consultant with a direct sales company, Pink Zebra.
Okay.
We have soy wax melts, decor, that type of thing.
Yes.
So my biggest struggle right now, and it's kind of the same thing. We had a couple other people in direct sales on this call, so
yeah.
I hope this is,
I love direct sales. I love what is possible when you build that team.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, building the team.
I'm struggling. I have a decent team, but I don't know. I want both sides of it. I have personal goals, and that's where I feel like I've completely failed this year, and I haven't hit any of the goals I wanted to hit personally. My team isn't performing, and I don't really set out to recruit. People just kind of come to me, but it isn't like I'm getting 10 people a month or anything. It might be 1 or 2 here and there, or 3 here and 1 here, and I wanted to start getting consistent. And at the same time, I need to figure out a way to grow my personal, my So I'm just stuck. Like I do all the things. I'm always on social media. I don't know how to find my ideal clients, and that's what I'm really struggling with.
Okay. So one thing that I feel, and I hope, I'm just going to say this because it's coming to me and it wouldn't come to me if it wasn't meant to come to me and through me. I feel like this business is maybe, it's time to find something different. Is there anything else that has been like calling to you, or that you've been curious about, or you've been thinking about stepping into, but there's like the fear of like letting this business go or starting out, like the fear kicks in? Does that match for you at all?
No, the only thing that I feel like what I need to be doing, which is what I want to do more with my team and grow my team, is to empower women to change their lives, to do this,
okay,
or whatever it is that.
Yes.
But I don't,
and
I love what I do, and I love the company that I'm with.
Yes. Okay. So it just feels like I want you to build like a personal brand around that, around empowering women, enlightening women, helping them build their confidence. And by the way, you get to be a part of this amazing company. It almost feels like shifting the focus though. I think that's why I was I feel like that's the space that you're meant to be in, more of that empowered coaching space versus the building the business phase of it. And it is going to happen naturally, and it's going to happen organically when you can start to really speak to these struggles that she's experiencing. So let's say it's maybe like, is one of your ideal team members somebody that is like a stay-at-home mom? She just wants to make some extra income while she's raising her babies, while she's right? Like that could be somebody. And so what are those day-to-day struggles that she's going through? It's the it's the time management. It's trying to get everything done in a day. It's trying to wear all of the hats as a mother, as a wife, as a friend, as a business owner, as a daughter, all of those things, Tabitha. That is what is going to speak to her and call her to you. And then, wow, in addition to this amazing coaching you can give her, you can help her make some money with this business. Lead with your light. Lead with the coaching. Lead with her needing to be a part of your team. And you get to be a part of this amazing company.
Okay.
The coaching does that feel right for you?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like but I don't know how. I know that sounds crazy. Yeah. I don't know how, what my team members, like a lot of them, I mean, I have those that are performing and they're doing well and they're putting the time and the effort and then I have those that they join and then they just leave this opportunity just sitting in their lap and they do nothing with it. And I'm like, the business is only going to work for you if you work the business.
Do you have an onboarding coaching call?
I've always had more of the approach of, because everybody joins direct sales for different reasons, and so I always have the approach of, I'm here if you need me, but this is like where I would start. I don't like being pushy. I'm not that person.
Well, I don't think that you have to be, I think you're telling yourself it's being pushy, and really you're not being pushy. You're holding them accountable. They signed up for a reason. So I think it's more of a mindset perspective shift for you in this of getting them to do something different than the way that they've been doing things. And
well, that's another thing. Like, until I figure out how to get my business where I want it to the level sales wise for me, that's comfortable for me, I don't know what to tell them or how to coach them. Because I'm struggling with that really bad right now. Like I can't seem to grow my clientele.
Is it safe to say that they might want to get to the level that you're at right now?
A few of them do.
Okay. So it is going to take something different for you to get from where you are to where you want to go. but you already know how to get to where you are. And that's where they need you. All the people, all these women that you're helping rise and come up, you already know how to do that because you already did that. So you are qualified. Everything that you're giving me here are, it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. It's all in the fear, the worry, the doubt, the what ifs, the hows, and that's not going to serve you. And you could trying to, I know where you're saying, like, I want to try to figure it all out for myself before I go help anybody else. But really, it's in the helping and in the serving and being there with your team that you're going to take yourself to the next level, and you're going to take them to where you are right now. I promise you. Absolutely, 100%. I feel it.
This is all this, throughout this process of being with this company, it has led me into personal development and spiritual healing. And I've gotten into really working on mindset and law of attraction and crystal healing and all of that.
Yeah.
And I've really been hoping that that would sort of lead me and give me more guidance. And so far, I'm not getting that out of it. And so that's where I'm just, what am I doing wrong?
It led you here today, and I'm giving you the guidance, girl. I promise you, what comes to me and through me comes straight from the universe. And it is in building your team and empowering them and in lifting them up that they're going to lift you up to your next level. I promise you. It's in saying things that are positively encouraging, but might sting a little bit. Kathy, how many times do I say things that might hurt a little bit, but on the deeper level, what does it make you do? It makes you do things you've never done before, think ways you've never thought before, take actions you've never taken before, and get results you've never got before. And that's what I'm asking you to do, Tabitha. Get uncomfortable. Be scared. Good.
Okay.
You will be pleasantly surprised at how quickly things will start shifting and the universe will respond.
Okay. Thank you.
You are so welcome. It was wonderful connecting.
Yes, ma'am.
And connecting with everybody. I know we're a little bit over, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yes, Maribel, it was so good to see you too. I am so thankful you guys got to come and hang out with me. There will be a recording sent out from this. So if you want to go back and you want to listen and you want to jot down some of the good gems that were coming through today, please do so. There's also going to be an invitation for you to take a look at the Spiritual Business Blueprints, which is a program that I run that has all kinds of incredible mindset, marketing, sales, branding, everything you could possibly need to run your spiritual business blueprint, to run your spiritual business, as well as a monthly group coaching call like this that you get access to. So there's all kinds of good information there. Yes, yes, yes. So take a peek at that. I'm always here for you. It was so wonderful connecting with everyone. And if you feel called, you're so welcome. I love your signs. Those are the best. And if you feel called, if this really called to you, definitely hit reply to the email. And I would love to just chat with you more. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Cheers to the weekend coming up, and be the good, be the light, ladies.